Hi guys, so I've recently bought a Triumph Cruiser, and because it's quite low to the ground and also there's no facility to put a paddock stand to lift the back wheel and the exhaust is getting in the way, I've needed to get myself a jack. So I've settled on the Halfords Jack. I'm going to unbox that this morning and we'll see if it's any good. A bit later on I'll try it on the bike as well, and I'll show you how suitable it was. Cheers. So this is the jack I got from Halfords, off the shelf, picked up the same day, but you can see it's quite heavy, so it's a two-man lift, so if you are going you'll need some assistance probably. Don't think you can collect it on the bus or anything. It says it's got a lifting capacity of 680 kilos. My bike's about 230, so hopefully it will easily cover that. Let's get it unboxed. Okay, so the first step is to fit this hydraulic pump to the main frame using these two bolts, which were already in situ when I unpacked it. So we'll remove these first and locate this on through these two holes. So the hydraulic part needs to go flat onto the orange base, secure with the two bolts. I put the larger washer first, followed by the sprung washer, and then this uses a 14mm socket. You can do it up hand tight, should be plenty. Then we can move on to the next step. The next step is to fit the foot pedal into the hydraulic ram. So this came with the bolt already in situ, so unwind it, slot it in, and then the bolt goes in through the top. So once again with a 14mm socket, tighten that up. Again, only really needs to be hand tight. Next we want to fit the height release bar. So this has got some M8 nuts on it and a spring washer. So it drops into these parts here and then obviously secure from underneath. After looking at it, I think the best way to do it is to lift the platform up to the first locking height. This gives you access much easier now to this bar, and it's easy to understand how it works. So put it into this position, then fit the bar, and then put the nuts on. Again, spring washer followed by the nut, M8 nut, and then use a 14mm socket just to secure it. Once you've done that, it should be in this position. Now, if everything's fitted correctly, you should be able to support the lift now, release the bar and lower it. Make sure that the ram pin locates into those grooves there, and then the release bar should clip into this clip. Next we want to fit the T-bar, this bar here, into here. So we need to remove this cotter pin. So there's a spring here, pull that off, and then obviously the cotter pin can be removed. put the bar in, and I've fitted it with the kink going downwards. I think that seems to be right. Pop the pin back and then the spring to secure it. Now, quick look over, and I think then we're ready to try it. Okay, so I've had a look over it, and like anything pre-assembled, it's always best to go over the fixings and make sure everything has been tightened down properly. There's no mention of this screw here, but for me that looks like some sort of safety screw, so to be honest I would screw that in. Maybe you need to unscrew it if you want to flat pack it again, but I think I would leave that screwed in. Seems to make sense. Okay, so we're ready to use it now. So note that the lowest height here is about 135mm or 5¼ inches if you prefer, at the lowest position. Make sure both wheels at the back are unlocked at this stage. We'll lock them off later. Notice we'll also be using these. Make sure they're unwound fully, they're not in contact with the ground, and we'll use those again once we've set the position. And the locking bar should be in its rest position, which is as far back as it can go, and not in contact with these locking points. So we're ready to go. My everybody's bike's going to be different, but my Triumph is quite low to the ground, being a cruiser. If you've got two people, it's useful because somebody can stand the bike upright and hold it steady while you slide the jack underneath. For this purpose I'm doing it on my own, so what I've done is I've blocked underneath the side stand there, just to put it more in an upright position so I can get the jack underneath without fouling the pipes, which are really level with the cradle. So slide it completely underneath, making sure that it's covering both sides, and make sure you're not fouling anything such as a oil filter. Make sure that when you do start to lift, all the pressure is only on the frame of the bike or vehicle you're using. So once you're happy with the position of the jack, ensuring that it's not going to snag with anything throughout the lift, then you're ready to go. You need to lock off the wheels. Obviously they're foot operated, but just to show you, I use my hand, press down where it says lock, and also these tighten up till they are in contact with the ground, which gives you a bit of extra support, and then you're ready to start lifting. Like any jack, it's important not to leave the vehicle supported just using the hydraulic ram. So what you need to do is put it into one of these preset lock positions shown here. To start lifting, you need to pump this foot pedal here slowly and gently, and as the jack starts to lift, then stop periodically just to make sure that it's going up straight. You can check the bike over and make sure everything's okay. Now you need to keep lifting until this this locator here sits behind one of these set locking positions, and you'll need to come back just past and then lower it back into that point. So as I say, what I'm going to do is take it to the first one, and just to show you. As you can see, that's now gone past the first stop position. So what I'm going to do is lower it gently so that the bar is actually supporting the vehicle. As you can see, that now dropped down. To drop it down, you use this pedal here. Do it very gently because it will drop quickly and you'll probably lose a bit of confidence. So just a very gentle touch until it lowers down into that locking position, and then you can release it. So it's partly on the hydraulic ram, but also it's really supported on the steel locking points. That first position has given me a lift height of around 290 mil. Obviously you can go to the second or the third height, but for what I want, that first position is fine. I've got plenty of clearance under both wheels, and I can do what I need. The question you've probably got is, well, now it's on that stand, how sturdy is it? Well, this Triumph is a heavy bike, and as you can see, I can give that quite a rock. It's fairly steady. If you were torquing up axle bolts or something like that, and you are applying a lot of pressure, then obviously you need to take care. Personally, I would strap it down as well, just to be on the safe side, so that you've got no way that it could ever come off. But it looks fairly sturdy. If it was on a flat garage floor, then there's no reason why you couldn't unlock the wheels probably and move it slightly. But I certainly wouldn't attempt it on an uneven floor that I've got here outside. So I hope that helps. To lower the vehicle, what you need to do first of all, obviously, is to release the locking points. So you need to pump it up slightly until those locking points have been released. You can then lift the bar, which then locates back into the spring. That makes sense now. And now you can release it gently by operating the lever here. As I say, be very careful when you do operate it. It doesn't take much pressure, and you want to let the vehicle down as slowly as possible. Once you've lowered the vehicle completely and the wheels are in contact with the ground, then these can be released. You can unlock the wheels again, and then steady the bike and lower it completely to the ground. Once you've done that, you can now withdraw the jack. Job done. Okay guys, so that's the end of the video for the Halfords ATV motorcycle lifting jack. I hope you found it useful. I think it's a pretty good product for under £100. You can't really go wrong. As I say, the only thing is the instructions, but hopefully this video will be useful for you. If you want me to carry on reviewing and you like the video, please give me a like. I guess you're still here, so that's the main thing. And I will try and do some more reviews. Leave me comments, please. I'm going to probably post some more videos up. They'll probably be bike related. But yeah, good luck. Stay safe. See you later. Bye.